Alright, so the Malibu's gone, as you guys probably could see. Hopefully you could see that. I couldn't get my camera to zoom, so hopefully you could see that from where I was filming it from. But yeah, Malibu's gone, and cool thing is we actually met some people that are willing to come in and take these things off of our hands if we ever come across another one that is a little more than what we want to mess with, which was the Malibu. We didn't want to mess with it, so she's gone, because really all we wanted to do was just get back what we had into, and we wasn't really trying to make any money. We was just really trying not to lose any money, and so far we've accomplished that, so that's a good deal, man. All right, so I got a guy on the way to buy the Sebring. Hopefully he shows, because man, this is a really crappy day today. It's cold, like 40 degrees, it's pouring down rain, so hopefully it'll be worth it. We'll see. Unfortunately, we got to jump this thing off because its battery's dead, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. I've got all my paperwork ready. They're all right there. Hopefully this guy shows. Let's see. Dead right in the middle of the Sebring sale, so I didn't get any footage of it being loaded up on the trailer and hauled out of there. Whatever, it did sell, it's gone. We did $750 on that one, so we did make up a little bit of the money on that one, so no loss there. Awesome. Malibu's gone. We got $400 for it. I think he had $350 into it, so he did okay. Didn't lose anything, so that's always a plus. Unfortunately, we weren't able to fix those, and we just passed them right on down the line. It wasn't going to be cost effective, so move them on down the line, move on to the next one. So anyway, there you go on those. Everything's updated. Let's move on, get back to some rebuilding. We're going to get our door replaced on our Harley truck. We're just going to keep moving right along from where we left off in the last video. We got our door edged in, as most of you know if you've been following along. So we'll get that put on here next, and then move on to fixing a few dents here and there. There's not a whole lot left to do bodywork wise, but we do have a few spots that we need to do. So we're just going to keep going right along. All right, we got the old torque bits out. Throw on a little protective tape on my edges here. I don't want to be in here just kind of bumping around with that door when I hang it. Mess up our fresh paint. Cool, that should be alright right there, just like that. There we go. this on the first try. Alright, we're going to see about if we could get this door to move back just a little bit to tighten that gap up. I did adjust it in a little bit at the top, so I think we've got that taken care of. We just need it to go back just a little bit at the top. I've got these loosened off. The way Ford does these is you got a bolt from the outside, but you also got one from the inside. And you got to take the interior panel and everything out, seat belt and everything, just to get to that. Once I get this whole panel off of here, we'll be able to access that bolt that comes through from this side. I don't know why Ford does the things they do. We'll just deal with it. Alright, all of that just so we could pull this panel out of the way right here and get to that bolt right there. Can you see that right there? There's one there, and then there's one down here on the bottom hinge. Total pain in the ass. I don't know why they do stuff like that, but whatever. Basically, since we got the other two loose already, the ones that come from the outside, those are already loose. We'll just barely crack this one loose, push the door that way, and it only has to go just a tiny amount, so it won't be much. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Now see how tight we are there? What I want to do is I want to bump the bottom one the opposite direction, go out this way. See what that does. That is not too bad. I think I can live with that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Alright, now that we got it where we want it, let's go ahead and get it all tightened up real good. Get our inside bolts. We're going to get our latches put in, and this door is hung officially. Nice. That'll work. Alright, so this is our body work all finished up, ready to go. We finished it all out with the Dolphin glaze, worked it down 150 grit sandpaper, got it all nice and smooth, everything's feathered back. At this point it is ready for primer. After doing a little bit of masking, basically I just go around the edges with my masking tape, with the sticky side facing out, then I just drape my plastic over the top of it, trim out the panels that need to be primered, and you're good to go. Quick and easy, probably takes about 15 minutes and is totally worth it because we do not want overspray on our already painted panels like the roof and in those jambs, of course. So after about 3 coats of primer, it is ready for block sanding. Alright guys, so we got everything primed in. We're ready to start doing our block sanding. We're going to get all this primer blocked out with 320 grit sandpaper. At that point, it will be ready to seal. Any of you guys that have been watching, following along with the rest of the build, I've bored you guys to death with that process already. If you need to know how to do that, go back and check out one of my other videos. We've gone through all of this already on the Mustang and of course the truck bed on this. So I figured I would just get in here and just knock it out, breeze right through it, and get it done, you know. But as usual, you want to always block your primer with the 320 grit. You could do it wet or dry, that's up to you, doesn't really matter either way. But of course you want to do your crosshatch pattern as always, sand everything in an X pattern, and that's it. We'll get this done now. Alright, so here we are. We've got everything feathered back. Everything is blocked out with 320 grit wet. But everything turned out nice and straight. We got a nice straight body line. Everything's blocked out really good. It didn't feel wavy at all. I believe this is going to work out just fine. All the body work is done now. The whole truck, all the body work is complete. Everything is primed in. That door turned out nice. I'm gonna go through with my guide coat like we always do. Just kind of dust that on there a little bit. That way when this is all dry, we can come back and we will block all this primer out with 320. And it'll be ready for sealer and then ready for our base color and then on to clear. So we've got a few more steps to go, but we're getting there. This door here had a nice little surprise for me. Apparently whoever painted it last time cleared right over the pinstripe. Awesome, right? So, had to block sand all of that out, prime it all in. That's why I have primer all the way across the top up there, because I had to block sand it. When I pulled the pinstripe off, it left a groove, of course, so that all had to get blocked back. And the back door was the same way, so a little extra work, a little more priming, a little more blocking. But that's how it goes sometimes. There's always going to be surprises. And you know what? That wasn't even that big of a surprise. We've been running into all kinds of stuff on this truck. So whatever, no big deal. We're getting it. It takes a little time. We want it to look right. Alright, so we've laid our sealer down, and we've laid 2 coats of base coat. That's the color. 2 coats is enough with black. It covers really well. So it's time for the clear coat. Let's make it shiny. So this is a cool little trick. Take a heat gun to your oxidized moldings and watch them turn basically like brand new again. The trick is don't overheat because you don't want to warp them. going along here with my 1500 grit sandpaper, just coming through, getting all these little dirt specks out, and then we'll go back over it again with 2000 grit, and then it'll be ready to buff. Alright, so what we're doing here is we're going over the entire truck with the 1500 grit sandpaper, and we're doing this in stages. We start 1500, then we go back over it with 2000, and then we go back over it with 3000, and this is what you're left with. This is the 3000. This is finished out. This is ready for buffing. This will come right back to a really nice shine once we hit it with the buffer, and then I'll take you through the stages of that here in just a minute. We wet it down, keep our paper wet, and we just come through here and we just like this. We're gonna take our little paint stick, see, we'll paint stick on a block, you know, using it as a block, wrap my 1500 grit sandpaper, and we just go like this over the whole thing. Put a little water on it here and there. You can use a spray bottle, you can use a little mustard squeeze bottle, whatever you want. You use a wet rag. The idea here with the water is to keep your paper clean, keep it from clogging up. And we're just kind of going back in our little crosshatch pattern, just like this. We'll make our passes through here like this, and then we'll come back and we'll go this way. Every once in a while, we'll hit it with our water. And we're gonna do this. I got the front door and that fender left. The whole rest of the truck is done. We're gonna go through the steps, and then we'll hit it with the compounds and the polish. Block sanding out in the rain. This is perfect. Don't even need the hose anymore. All right, so here we are. Got it in the shop. We're in out of the rain now. We have completely went over the entire truck at this point. And this is what we're working with. Went over it, like I said, 1500 grit. Got all the trash out of it, most of it. I mean, there's probably still going to be a tiny spot here and there. Like I can see one right here. Let's see if we can get that on camera. Can you see that? We'll go back. If we find stuff like that, we'll go back and give it a little extra attention. But for the most part, all the trash is gone. It's nice and smooth. We went 1500 grit, 2000 grit, and then finished it with 3000 grit. And as you can see, the 3000 grit just almost brings it back to a shine. I mean, it starts to. So by the time you get to 3000, you're just about buffing at that point. So once we hit it with the buffer and some of our polishes, this thing is going to come right back to a shine, and it's going to be so friggin' shiny, you guys. Alright, so we've gone through, this is our first pass. What we've done is we started off with a wool pad and this ultra cut compound right here from Meguiar's. Make that that's our first pass that we do. Then we'll switch over to this foam pad with the mirror glaze fine cut cleaner, and then we'll make another pass with this foam pad here with the swirl remover, and then that's it. Okay guys, so there it is, the finished product. Pretty shiny. See my reflection in it. I think it's gonna look awesome outside in the daylight. All right, you guys, that's it on this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys watching. Check out my Instagram. We'll put a link up in the description for that. And I'm gonna get out of here. In the morning, I'll get this thing out. We will take it to the car wash, get it all cleaned up real good, give it a final little wipe down, and get it up for sale. And we'll be sure to put that on the next episode. So you guys ain't gonna miss nothing. So don't even worry about it. Be sure to tune in next time. We got a lot of cool things coming your way. We got the Z car. We're going to get it back in here, get it all welded together, start the whole paint process all over again for that one. I bought a Nissan hardbody, you guys, and I've got a lot of really cool plans for that one. So I hope you guys tune in for that. If you follow me on Instagram, you know about it. It's probably one of the ugliest damn trucks you ever seen. It's bad shape. It's pretty bad shape, but I got really good plans for it. So you guys follow along on that. It'll be pretty interesting, I promise. But hey, I'm out of here for now, man. See y'all.